Hello again, and welcome to another video in our series on IBM SPSS. In this video, I will show you how to set variable list and output labels in the option menu in IBM SPSS. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on statistical analysis using IBM SPSS and Excel. Let me quickly show you how to add header and footer to your output window when you print it. So if you go to File, Print Preview, you will see that right now there's only the page number at the bottom, and this is what's going to print from the output window. Another thing, if you want to print only this table, you can just click on this table, and you will see now when you go to Print Preview that it's going to print only this table. It's not printing the other output in the output menu. Output window. But what if you want to put your name, assignment number, or project number, or anything like that in the header? You want to change the footer. So let me show you quickly how we can do that before we start our actual work. So we go to File, Page Attributes, and you can see here what do you want in the header, what do you want in the footer. So in the header, I'm just going to type here SPSS videos, and over here in the page number, I'm going to make it in the center, and let's enter something else. For example, let's enter the time. Let's click OK. When we go to File, Print Preview now, you will see that it has the header, SPSS video, it has the page number, and the time. So to start, we're going to open the dataset file. I'm going to show you how to open the most recent dataset files that you worked with before. So click on File, go to the bottom, Recently Used Dataset, and you can see a list of the dataset that were used, and SPSS will open that file. So before we change the labels and the output, let me show you what do we mean by changing that. So let's assume we're going to do a frequency table. I'm going to go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and click on Frequency. For more detailed information on how to create frequency table, look for the video on my channel about doing that. So you can see here the variable names displayed are the labels that I have, the full name, not the actual variable name. If I want to display the variable name instead of the labels, because I'm dealing with variables, I can right click anywhere under the variables and click on Display Variable Names. And you can see that it went from the labels to the variable names. And to make it easier for you to locate the variable name, click on Sort Alphabetically. But the problem with this is every time you do anything, it's going to go back to displaying the labels, and you have to right click here, display variable names, and so on. So instead of doing that every time, I'm going to show you how we can do it once and for all. So we're going to go to Edit and scroll all the way to Options. And you can see that there are lots of things that we can change here in the options of SPSS. What we want to do is, under General tab, the thing we did inside the window to do the frequency, we're going to do it here, and that's it. It will be every time you do anything, you open any window to do any statistical analysis, it will display the names instead of the labels. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on display names over here and sort alphabetically. And we're going to click on OK. It's going to ask you that changing any options will reset all dialog box. That's what we want, because we want to reset all the dialog box settings to this default thing, and we're going to click OK. So now when we go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequency, or any dialog box, you see that it displays them by the variable name in alphabetical order. While we're at it, let's go back to the options and change the output menu. So here in the output, you can see that labeling, it's going to show the labels. We want that. Variable names. Under the pivot table labeling, variables and labels shown as labels. Let's change it to names and labels. And the same thing here. Now it will display the names and labels, and for the values, it's going to display the values and labels. Let's click OK. Another thing that might be of interest as well is how you want the missing variable, or the missing values to appear. As you can see, for example, for all the variables, if you watch my other video on finding or displaying the variable information, this is one of the ways to do it. And you can see that the missing values here are 089 for this variable, and we know what do they represent. Inapplicable, don't know, no answer. So for the variable that you're interested in, you can just scroll down till you see the variable you want, and you see what are the variable or the missing values are. So for example, for this variable here, these are the missing values. So if you want to display that there are missing values, or discrete the missing values from your frequency table, for example, or your calculation, then you have to select this, discrete missing values. What are they? And you have to specify them. As you can see, there are 0, 98, and 99. If there are no missing values, just click on this, and you're telling SPSS that there are no missing values. Okay. If you have a range of missing values, let's say between 0 and 10, then you can choose the range, and you have option to add one discrete value. In our case, these are the missing values, 0, 98, and 99. So we're going to keep them as they are, and we're going to go back to data view now. Click on Analyze, Descriptive, Frequencies, and you can see now that it's displaying the variable name. Let's pick the variable that we just looked at and display the frequency table. Click OK, and you will see that it tells me the missing 21, and it shows in the frequency table the missing values. These are missing instead of including them in the frequency table itself. And you can see now it's showing the values and the labels for the output as well. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and look for other videos on statistical analysis in SPSS and Excel.